What? I don't know. 안녕하세요. Is this the right link, by the way, guys? The link that I gave you? 안녕하세요. I don't know what is happening. What should I do? I really have no idea because the link is a bit different, I feel. I'm not sure. I think the live streaming, the link that I shared is not working. Is it? Yes, yes. Hi. Okay. All right. Let's wait a little bit more people to come in, and then yeah, let's begin. Okay. It is different link, isn't it? What is this link then? I have no idea what is going on. That's shame. And then it seems like there's so much delay in between here. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay, then I really have no idea. Well, we'll see. Okay. So if I jump this one, let's see how often the stream bitrate is lower than the recommended. Okay. Maybe this is the reason why. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I need to go to what? Setting. Yeah, the notification was short, around 1 minute. I clicked the link on the group chat. They're right. It's yeah. I was already having like other lessons and then couldn't really do anything, unfortunately. So yeah, I do have some delay here. Let me actually go through bitrate, increase the bitrate. What about now? Bitrate, we recommend 4,500. Okay, we'll see. Okay, so MC 반가워요. Welcome. Okay, so do you guys all know all the Hangul, right? The Hangul, the Korean alphabet. So I haven't really done this one before the live chat, live class. So I don't know how gonna work out, but let's see how it goes. Okay. 9:40 p.m. That's actually not too bad time, isn't it? Hello, hi. Okay, so today, so I assume that you guys already know the Hangul, the Korean alphabet, okay? So the Korean alphabet, well, basically I already shared the videos, right, online. So I recommend you to just have a look if you haven't learned the Hangul, the Korean alphabet yet, okay? So, so today we're gonna go through the oh my god, it feels quite different. We're gonna do the pronouns today, all right? Hi, Callum. I feel like there are some gaps in between. I mean the difference. I'm not sure. I am not sure what's going on. So let's see how it goes, okay? Guys, can you hear me well? All good? 안녕하세요. I think I know who that is. 안녕하세요. Welcome, guys. Really? That's cool. Watching on TV, that can be really cool. All right. All right, let's get started. All right. Are you guys all ready? I think we are having about 10 viewers. Audio is good. Perfect. I know who you are, Phil. You got my my dog's name as well on your nickname. Okay. So, ta-da. So I haven't really set up anything, as you can tell, but well, we'll see. There we go. So today we're gonna learn pronouns, all right? So pronouns in Korean, well, we need to know the basic of it, of course, right? So let's see. All right, so pronouns. So in Korean, we need to know the basic idea. So while we are doing pronouns and hopefully more, I will explain more stuff in Korean, okay? So in Korean, we have several different way of saying like speaking in Korean, right? So let's get started, okay? First of all, in Korean, we do have like formal way of saying and informal way of saying, right? So first of all, let's actually just go through it, right? Let's dig in, right? So pronoun. Sorry about my handwriting, by the way. Will this live video be available later on as well? I hope so. I probably need to check if I want to edit it or not, but maybe I will just leave it online. Yes, maybe. Okay, pronouns. So in Korean, we got two main ones, right? So one is formal, one informal, right? So one is more proper way of speaking, and the other is a little bit between friends, right? So let's jump in. Let's figure out how to say I in Korean. So I is 저. I assume that you guys all know the Korean alphabet, okay? So yeah, if you haven't, please watch the other alphabet video. But for now, if you don't know the Korean alphabet yet, that's totally fine. Just try to guess, like try to imagine how it look, and then also just memorize the alphabet later, okay? So that's 저. 저 means I, 저. And then informal form is 나. 저 and 나. Okay? So that's I. Alright? Not much things like you need to know more than this, right? 저, I, 나, also I, but informal between friends or to younger people. So I recommend to not use 나, by the way. All right. So 나 it can be very rude. So you need to know when to use it. All right. So that's 나. What about you? How do we say you? You. How do we say you? You in Korean, try to hear the pronunciation first, all right? 당신. 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 S-I-N. 당신. Problem is, 당신 is not really like well known. Like we don't really use it much. Why? Because itself, the 당신, the word itself is just way too polite, you know? And 당신, it's, yeah, we don't really use you in general. So for example, when we are saying, like when we are having like conversation, like general conversation, we rather, I mean, if it's obvious, we rather just skip it. Because I'm talking to you. Why would I keep saying you all the time? You know what I mean? Right? So that's 당신. That's a formal way of saying you. All right? The other one is 너. Again, no is informal. If you don't know when to use it, it can be very rude. I recommend not to use it, these two. Okay. So 당신, but then why are we learning it? Because we are formulating the sentences. If you don't know where to put, how to put, then of course the sentence can be a bit weird or it doesn't really make sense. So that's why we are putting this, okay? So 당신. By the way, another funny fact. 당신, you can use 당신 between husband and wife, right? When they're calling each other like honey, but respectfully. 당신. 당신. Okay? 당신. Also, it can be a little bit argumental as well. So when you're arguing with some random person, then of course you don't know the person's name. So we actually literally yelling at them like, you did this one. 당신이 blah, 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 blah. That's how we're gonna say, right? So it can be argumental. You don't want to accidentally pick up a fight, or you don't want to accidentally call somebody honey, right? So that's why we use 당신. Instead of 당신, we use the other format, which is, actually, let me change the word. So it's for Mr., Mrs., or Miss, like those kind of the title. You don't really have to edit the video. Please still upload it for your students who cannot show up right now. Please kindly. We'll do that, sir. Don't worry about it. Okay, so these, all right? So Mr., Mrs., Miss, all those type of the title of the name, we put in Korean, we put it in the end. In English, it has to be in the beginning, like Mr. Kim, for example. However, in Korean, it's in the end. We put she, all right? And we actually put the first name in front instead of last name. Why? We need to know the reason why, right? I mean, you can also put the last name as well, of course. Thing is, last name, well, there's so many Kim, there's so many Lee or Park or you know. So if you actually say, hey, Kim Si, then probably 20 other people are going to look back, right? So in order to avoid that awkward situation, that's why we use first name. It's more safer, right? So first name Si. So for example, my name's Serena, Serena Si, right? Serena Si, like that, all right? So Si, Mr. It doesn't matter of the gender. We use whatever, just Si. First name Si. Okay, you can also put a whole thing together, like whole with the last name too. However, it can be a little bit too formal. If you want to be a little bit casual but still keep the full politeness, then just first name with Si is good enough. Okay. All right. Next one. We. We. How do we say we in Korean? We. My pleasure. How do we say we? We call it 저, 희. 저희. 저희. Right? 저희. That's a bit formal form, right? And then we have another one. Probably majority of people know this already. 우리, right? So 저희 and 우리. 저희 is for so because we're talking about my own group, right? So basically we is including me. You don't really have to make it formal, you know what I mean? So imagine this, you're being humble, right? So that's the way. 저희 is being humble, all right? 저희, we, and then 우리, right? We are 우리, okay? So 우리, there is no up or down or anything, just neutral one, okay? So we use both of them together, all right? Either or is all fine, but think about this one. So I'm gonna tell you some cultural fact, okay? So in Western world, I will say, my home, in English, for example, my family. What about your culture? Do you consider individual more important over the other way? In Korea, group is more important than individuals. Okay, that's more general Asian culture is, I believe so, right? My country as well. So let's think about these terms, all right? So my home. So in Western world, I would say, right? Western world, please let me know if I'm wrong. Western world, usually they're focused more on individuals, right? But Korean culture, we consider like a big group of family together. So that's why we call each other brothers and sisters, aren't we? Right? And then also when you go to a local restaurant, like when you're ordering some food and then you say, 이모, like auntie, that way, right? So that much we really consider it as we are a big group of family together. So we are more considered group priority, all right? So instead of using my, actually in Korean we say we more often. I mean our, right? But in this case it's we, all right? So instead of using my, we will use 저희 or 우리, either or, right? 저희 or 우리. Home in Korean is 집. 저희 or 우리 집. Okay, so 저희 is being actually a little bit more polite, right? And the other way, 우리, right? 집 also has a meaning of house as well. So it can be home or house, your own place to, that you're living. All right, so 저희 집 or 우리 집. That's how we were gonna say, and then there is a space in between words, right? So my family as well. So 저희 가족 as being humble, humbled, and then 우리 가족 as well. So 저희 가족, 우리 가족. Okay. 가족 means family, right? 가족. Okay. If you have any questions, it's a live video, so please feel free to ask questions around, okay? Then this is actually the problem. My country. So my country, the problem is country in Korean is 나라, by the way, right? Country. So think about it. I don't want to make my own country lower than anywhere else. That's actually the problem. So we do not say 저희 나라. That's wrong. Okay, 저희 나라 is wrong. So we do not say that. We actually say 우리나라. 우리나라. 말리카 씨 안녕하세요. Okay, 우리나라. So that's the exception of it. We don't want any other countries to go lower than anywhere else, right? So that's 우리나라. Okay, let's move on. Do you guys have any questions? All good? All good, guys? Are you guys there? Yes? No? Yes? Next one. Let's actually go through this one. Oops. He. He in Korean. 그. Okay. What about she? 그녀. Very good. And then they. 그들. Oh, we have a problem here, by the way. Have you heard of these terms? 그녀, 그들. I haven't much. Have you? So the thing is, 그녀, 그들, this he and she and they, these are written form. Meaning is we don't really use it in our daily casual life. We don't use it at all. So maybe you can hear them on the lyrics, but lyrics are written, isn't it? So that's why you could hear it, right? Or like poems, or if you look at some translated books from another language to Korean, then yes, you can actually see 그녀, 그들 over there. All right. So these are written one, we barely use it. However, I will use it for the beginning, like the beginner's class, because we have to formulate sentences, right? Yeah. Then how are we gonna use it? Hi, Teddy. How are we gonna use it? So instead of using 그녀, 그들, we actually swap to the person's name, okay? Instead, or like 언니 or 오빠, 형, 누나, those brothers and sisters. That's what we're gonna use it instead of the actual he, she, they. We will use something else to call that person. Does it make sense? All right. So 그녀, 그들. So 그, all of them. You can see all of them has 그. Imagine as like a man or male. Men. 그녀, female or woman, right? 녀, by the way, in Chinese, so Korean. So if you have watched my videos, the other videos previously, then 녀, we've been using the Chinese characters, right? Although we pronounce it differently, but the root is Chinese characters, some of them, right? We had the language, but we didn't have the writing system, so that we were using Chinese characters for a while. So that's why we do have the Chinese word sometimes still. We pronounce it differently, obviously, like Japanese. Japanese, they decided to keep it. Korean, we decided to get rid of it, right? So, 녀, for example, I'm just showing the example of it. Yeah, it looks not really good, but that was the Chinese characters called woman, all right? So like that, we still have certain words using the Chinese characters, all right? So 그녀, and then 들 here. 들 is the plural form. All right, so if you want to make a plural, you just need to put 들 after, right? So for example, how do we say friend? A friend. Anyone knows how to say friend? Friend. Anyone? It does have some delay. That's why I'm like waiting, I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds or something, I feel. So, friend in Korean, if you guys know, please answer. What is it? Very good. Yes. 친구. Oh, wonderful. 친구. 친구, right? So 친구. How do you make it plural then? 친구 with S, right? Adding S as a plural term, we put 들. 친구들. So for example, you know, in Korean, we don't really put plural forms much, right? Singular, plural, it doesn't really matter. So for example, if we are eating grapes, right? It doesn't matter if I eat one grape or multiple. Doesn't matter. The matter is I eat grape, you know? So in general, in Korean, we skip the plural terms, right? Unless it's super duper important, right? So for example, when we were like younger, like young age, like teenager time, or even younger, teenager time, I would say, right? When you're a teenager, you have to tell your mom that, hey, I'm going to meet my friend, but a friend or friends can be a big of deal, right? That kind of case, yes, you must put 둘 there, isn't it? Because it's a group of friends, not only one singular friend, right? Because it sounds like a dating, I guess, right? So 친구들, 친구, 친구들. Different, right? So that's a plural form, alright? Again, we do not use the plural not that much, okay? Very good. So, let's move on. I wish it doesn't pop up. Let's figure it out. Alright, so next pronouns we are going to do is this. This. And well, actually, let's do it one by one, right? Are you guys following well? This. Probably you've heard this one a bit different way, but I'm going to show you the original so that you can use it. You can apply to whatever other occasion, okay? So 이것 is the original one, okay? 이것 is the original word for this, okay? 이것. Okay. I wish there is no much delay, to be honest. It's quite distracting, isn't it? 이것. Alright. What about that? That. So 이것, by the way, well, some of you guys might notice this S sound. That's S. We learned it as S. Why we pronounce it differently? It's not 이것. No, it's because if the S sound is in the bottom, like this, we pronounce it T. But we do not complete the T sound, that's the thing. So we actually say 이것, not, alright? 이것, you have to cut it there. 이것, okay? Cut there, alright? And Jason, yes, you're right. 저것 is that, correct. So that, 저것, same. 저것. Alright. What about it, guys? It. I will wait until I hear you. By the way, guys, sorry for the delay. I'll figure it out next lesson. This is my very first one. I have no idea if I'm doing it right or no. Yeah, I don't even know the quality of the video as well. So hopefully it's good. All right. Anyone knows what's it? it is, it. 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 Yeah, people are lost actually. They are actually confusing. They are actually logged into another link that I shared. I don't know this link then. Anyone knows this link? I'm so confused as well. 잠시만요. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, some other people was waiting in another link. Oh, feel bad. Oopsie. Okay, so yes, Malika got it right. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. 그것 is it. Okay, 그것. All right, 그것. So this 이것, that 저것, it 그것. All right. So 이것, 저것, 그것. Thing is, we can keep seeing 것, right? So probably 것 has something, isn't it? 것. 것 means thing in Korean, like an object, thing. All right. So 이것, original meaning of 이것 is actually this thing. 저것, that thing. 그것, the thing. It doesn't make sense, right? So it, actually the meaning of it is like it, the one that we were talking about, right? So that's why it's a the, all right? The thing. Okay, 그것. So 이것, 저것, 그것. Okay. Let me just correct the link. I'm so sorry. I realized that people were waiting in another link. Wonderful. I feel so bad. Sorry guys, it's been it's just my very first time, so my mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry guys. I totally didn't aware of it, seriously. There. Okay, I think I'm okay enough. Alright. So let's continue guys, right? Thank you for understanding, Malavika. Cool, so 것 means thing, right? 것, thing, right? So this thing, that thing, it thing, the thing, okay? So let's try to make together, all right? So this, how do we say this? Apple. Apparently everyone knows how to say apple in Korean. No? This apple. This. Oh, typed it wrong. There we go. Basically, supposed to be in English, right? As in English, this apple, 이것 plus 사과. However, as I said, cut has a meaning of thing, so that we don't want that. We want to replace it. Okay, remove that and then add 사과 on right after. That's why it become, you guys are correct, 이 사과. Very good. 이 사과. Okay, I think my next how do you say, task I need to do is figure out how to remove that delay, I guess, right? Yeah. So 이 사과, very good. Everyone correct, that's good. How do we say that person? So learning another language is all about memorizing, isn't it? Especially like completely different word, right? For example, in English or like all the other Latin languages, then station, station, or I forgot the other ones. I forgot, but you know, like that some pronunciation are slightly different, but they're writing the same, you know, the base are same, right? Korean would be completely different than your language, right? Unless you're Japanese. So, okay. So that person, that, 저, remove cut already. 사람. So yes, in order to learn Korean, yes, it's gonna be all, you know, memorizing new word, new vocabularies, all of them will be just brand new, unfortunately. But that's a unique, isn't it? 저 사람, very good. Tirone and Jovian, is it? Jovian or Jovian? Very good, well done. Tyrone, you typed it wrong. It's not 저, it's 저, softer version, right? 저 사람. Okay, next one. D. Actually, let's just say the cup. Let me drink as well. So, the cup. The cup. The cup. I assume that you're already you are hearing like 5 seconds later. 그것. Alright. the one that I'm talking about, that's it, right? It is 그 cup. Cup. Sorry, I shouldn't write it as the other way. But I told you, I mentioned it before. That's the proper way of writing. However, we write it this way sometimes, or even this, right? 그 cup. Very good. So, yes, there are ways that you need to put it together, right? How was it, guys? Was it easy? These are for absolute beginners or like the people who wants to brush their skills, their knowledge, right? I'm not sure if I should continue or should I cut it now, because that's all about the pronouns, right? So I will ask you guys, because you guys are online now, would you like to continue or would you like to stop here? Hi, Eva. Would you like to stop? Would you like to continue? But continue doesn't really, I don't know. We can still go for it, you know. That's totally fine, but it would be like super long video, isn't it? It's already 40 minutes. So I will actually leave it to you guys. Would you like to continue? I would love to continue. What's the next step? Oh, next step will be the subject. So we were talking about, so pronoun is one of the subject, isn't it? So we're gonna go through the subject particle. I was thinking of making another video of it, but we can actually go a bit and then I can just cut this part a little, maybe, if I can. Continue. Okay, so let's continue that then. Right? So, do you guys have any questions so far? All good? Understandable, right? Okay. So, the most difficult part, isn't it? How do I say? Subject. Particle. I prefer, personally, to call marker, by the way. Okay, guys. So, subject particle, right? Subject marker. So, do you guys know why do we have this? Why do we have this subject particle? What is it? Anyone knows? So in English, the order, in order to make a sentence, it's basically subject first, and then you put the verb, and then you put object, right? So for example, I am a student, right? I am a student. However, in Korean, we do put subject first, always subject first, of course. But problem is we put object and then we put the verb in the end. So main point is subject first, verb in the end, right? That's Korean structure, the order of the Korean. That's the order of Korean sentence, right? Right. So thing is, I am a student become I student am. We don't even say oh we. We don't even say, do we? So I student am. That's the problem. So anyone knows why do we use this? Subject particle? No one knows? Anyone knows about it or not? Nobody? Thing is, in English you can actually tell because the verb is in the middle, so you can tell right before the verb is the subject, right after the verb is the object. You know, you can tell. It's easy, right? In Korean, no, you can't do that because verb is in the end, so subject and object, I, student. What if I switch it? What if I skip one? Alright? We get confused by that. That's why we need a marker showing. Subject marker is this. My subject ended here. That's why we put right after the subject as a marker that my subject ended here. Okay? We also need object marker as well. My object ended here. That's what it does. Okay? My subject ended here. My object ended here. That's what the markers do. Okay? So, basic one. The general subject particle is 은 and then 는. It's a one thing, by the way, but why do we have a two different thing? It's based on the pronunciation, actually. It's because of the pronunciation rule. If the word ends with a consonant, right, I'll just type it like this, consonant, like B, C, D, F, those things. Consonant, it requires, if it ends with a bottom consonant, it requires circle to pronounce it smoother, all right? And 는 is for vowel. If the word ends with vowel, you put 는, right? Let's actually figure it out. So what was I again? 저, right? 저. And then the particle, my subject ended, I am, you want to say I am, blah, 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 or I do, I go, whatever, I is your subject. Then you need to put the particle because my subject ended here, right? So, 저, it ended with a vowel, so that it requires 는, okay? Let's think about other one. You. What about you? You, right? You. What was you? 당신, right? 당신. What about that? 당신 ended with bottom consonant in it, right? It ended with the bottom consonant, so that it requires a circle to pronounce it smoother. So that we put the circle, right? 당신은. However, we pronounce it differently, okay? So I told you on the other video, the basic Hangul video, right? Circle means nothing. It has no meaning, no sound in it, right? So circle is literally just presenting there's nothing in that, right? Because we can't just leave it empty, right? Remember that? So that this bottom consonant can go next when you pronounce it. Does it make sense? So that when you pronounce it, it's not 당신은, it becomes 당신은. 당시 and disappear completely. 당신은. Does it make sense? Because it's not real time, it has like 10 seconds difference. So I don't know if you guys understand it or not. I can't really see the live reaction to it. So it's quite different than our group chat on Mulgogi, isn't it? So what about they? What about they? They, 그 plural, 그들, right? 그들. It ended with consonant, isn't it? So that it requires a circle to pronounce it smoother. Again, pronunciation we're going to become 그들은. L goes next. 그들은. You know. Let's do one more. What about this? This. What was this again, guys? 이것. Right? 이것, and then bottom consonants, right? So that we put this consonant. So that we put 이것은, isn't it? So separately we'll say 이것은. But it's tough to pronounce, isn't it? 이것은. Tough to pronounce. We don't want that tough, little harsh sound, so that the S sound goes back to the original position, right? S sound goes back to the original, the up top, and it does have come back to the original pronunciation, which is S sound back again, not T anymore. So that 이것은 instead of 이것은. Okay, 이것은. All right, quite good. Okay, so that's 은는. All right, and then so that's how we apply it. We didn't learn how we use it though. I think we should just divide it that two different videos, okay? So 은은, that's how we apply it, all right? And there's another type of subject particle that are made in two different ones, 은은 and this one, 이, 가, right? So same thing applies, all right? So because of the pronunciation rule, the basic one, right? So circle, if the word ends with a consonant, it requires circle to pronounce it easier, smoother, right? And then other one, vowel. Vowel merged with ka. That's the difference, all right? 은는 and 이가. 은는, let's apply. I'm pretty sure you guys can do this quite easily. But by the way, we have exception. Ta-da! I is an exception, by the way. I. So it's supposed to be 저 plus 가, isn't it? And then 저가. No, 저가 is not correct. Actually, it will become, again, as I said, exception. 제가. Actually, let me write it this way. 제가. Okay. 제가. Not 저가. Alright, be careful, guys. Not 저가. 제가. Alright. Well, what about we? What was we again, guys? Let's actually use 우리. Alright. 우리. 저 as well. 저 ended with a vowel. That's why we put 가. Same thing, 우리 as well ended with a vowel, so that we are adding 가 as well again. 가. Right? What about they? They again? 그들. End with the bottom consonant, so that we're gonna be 그들이. 그들 plus 이, 그들이, right? Imagine like this, you know, like in English, it will say that's apostrophe s for making it shorter, right? Plus when you pronounce it, that's a something, right? Because you want to say it quicker, faster, the sound actually automatically turns as it is. Not that's a chair, not like that. You need to say that's a chair, right? That's a, it's kind of connected without knowing what it is, right? That's what's happening right now. Okay, so imagine that way. Easy, isn't it? So, one last one again. That. Emphasis that. How do we say? 것. Bottom consonant. So, 이. 그것이. Not 그것이. 그것이. Tough to pronounce, isn't it? So, 그것이. 그것이. What do you think, guys? How was it? It's not too bad. It's for absolute beginners, of course, but also the people who already learned Korean before, but we are trying to put everything there. We're trying to put the puzzles together. Like, you've been learning Korean somehow, like there's so many materials out there nowadays, isn't it? So that you get lots of different information, but problem is, do you know correctly? Do you know right? Do you know all of them? That's the thing, right? So that's the correct pronunciation, right? Do you guys have any problem, questions, or anything? Please let me know now. Anyone? Oops, I'm sorry. Anyone knows? Sorry, do you have any questions? How was it, guys? Was it difficult? Are you guys there? So we need to know the use of it, right? Yeah, my pleasure, right? So next time we're gonna go through why do we have these two different subject particle, okay? Because today we like it's my bad, it's my very first time, so I didn't really like advertise anywhere and elsewhere, and yeah, people were confused what's going on. So next time I will definitely announce it perfectly first. Yeah, and then so because this next lesson will be much more important, so 은는 and 이가, so we're gonna learn that next lesson. All right, 안녕하세요. Ooh, 무하메드 씨 안녕하세요. So again, let's review it. 저, 나, 저 or 나, you, 당신, or 너. However, 나, 너, very rude. Do not use it. Okay. 저희, 우리, 저희, 우리, 저희, 우리. Yeah, that's what other person asked me to do, so probably, or maybe I will just replace it with the edited version, maybe, right? 저희, 우리, isn't it? It's just too much other bits, like waiting bits and stuff, so probably I'll just go through without, but yeah, we'll figure it out, right? 저희 and 우리, 그, he, 그녀, 그녀, 그들, 그들. And then we put Mr., Mrs., Miss, Mrs., Ms., she, right? So for example, with your guys' name, 말리비카 씨, right? Or 무하메드 씨, 에바 씨, like that, right? 저희 집, 우리 집, 저희 가족, 우리 가족, 우리나라, right? Oh, thank you, Muhammad. 친구들, right? 친구, 친구들, right? And then as I said, 그, 그녀, 그들, that's a written form, and 들 is a plural, right? And this, 이것, 이것, 저것. So look, 이것, 이것, 이것은, if you're using in your sentence, right? 이것은, 이것, 저것, 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 저것은, right? And it, the one that we are talking about, it is 그것, 그것은. Okay? 이것, 저것, 그것, 이 사과, 저 사람, 그 컵. That's what we did, right? 이 사과, 저 사람, 그 컵. 저는, 당신은, 그들은. Do you want me to do slower? 저는, 당신은, 그들은, 이것은, 제가, don't forget it's part of it here as well. 제가, 우리가, 그들이, 그것이. Okay? So that will be the subject, alright? By the way, guys, probably you guys are wondering because I mean the lesson is over by now. If you guys have any other questions about Korean, I can answer it now. All right. Actually, I already request on my channel. Many channel make videos on this topic, but yeah, yeah, it's a little bit hard to describe, isn't it? So I think that's why. So yes, there we go. If you guys have any other requests, any questions, please go for it. Or if you want to know how to write it down, your own name in Korean, I can try that as well for you. All right. Any other questions, guys? I request you to please, after this class, upload this video on your channel. Yes, I will do that. We'll do that. And then maybe I will just replace it later with the edited version, because otherwise it'll be just too long, isn't it? There's so many random things going on. Probably you guys might not, you know, enjoying it, watch it through again. You know, it's another 1 hour lesson, isn't it? Time is money. I've learned that when I was traveling. So that happened in Ukraine. I was traveling by myself. I went there and I was kind of lost. I arrived in the Crimea area. That was a long time ago, right? So like more than a few years ago. So I went there and then I was literally lost. I just couldn't even read any Russian or Ukrainian or anything, and I was just literally traveling around. And I arrived this train station by train, and then that was like, what's that called? I don't remember now. I'm confused with the Iceland capital, Reykjavik. It's called, oh, my brain, something. 감사해요. Mine, please, name. Okay, Malavika. Yep, we'll do that. Okay, just 1 second. So yeah, anyways, I was in this city and then I was lost, and then I was asking like all other people like, hey, how do I get this? How do you speak English? I was literally asking, do you speak English? And everybody was like, and then they just ignored. And this two girls, actually, the two girls were passing through, a little bit older than me, of course, and they were like, oh, I have a friend who speaks English. That's what they kind of said with the body language, I guess. And then they called, and then they were actually translating this phone call. And then, yeah, so they said, oh, come, follow us. And then we went to the taxi. So we took the taxi. Really, really amazing part is they literally took me to the hotel, that the closest one, not too expensive, quite decent one, right? They took me there and they paid the taxi. And I was like, no, let me pay. And then they were like, no, it's fine. And we went to the hotel, and then they just paid for my hotel as well. I was like, no, you don't need to. And then they were, no, it's fine. Or, you know, we couldn't really communicate much. And then I said, well, at least let me you know, offer a dinner tonight if you want to. And they said, well, time is money. And then they left. And still, I'm looking for these two girls, two women. If you're there, please contact me. I really want to appreciate that help. But yeah, it was a really interesting story, wasn't it? So time is money. That's one of my motto as well. Time is definitely money. 무하메드 씨, 그런데 저는 무하메드 야센입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 저는 파키스탄 사람입니다. 아, 파키스탄 사람이에요. 좋아요. 한국, 나는 한국, 난. So this is what I mentioned earlier. If you use 난, the whole sentence we're going to become rude, all right? 난, it's informal term. So if you just talk about yourself, 나는, right? Then actually you're talking lower to the listener, right? So it can be rude. You don't want that happen, right? So 무하메드 씨, 저는 instead of 난, okay? 저는 한국 정말 좋아해요, all right? Those are very nice people. Yeah, there's so many nice people out there. I miss them so much. Seriously, I still that was really big memory of mine, isn't it? So I really missed it. I have really good memory about Ukraine, the country as well. Like it was amazing. Okay, so that's actually. I'm not the 사장님 is actually the boss of the office, like boss of the company. I'm not 사장님, I'm 선생님, isn't it? Okay, so first person, Malavika, right? Malavika, where are you from, by the way? Malavika. Is it your name? Malavika, K, right? Malavika. So Korean writing is all based on listening, okay? The sound of it. That's how it's designed for, all right? Malavika. So mala. So in, romanization, L affects, I think I mentioned it on the Hangul video, right? L affects two different pronunciation here and there, right? Malavika. Mal, L is already there, right? So M A L mal, and then mala, it also affects the other syllable as well. It's a syllable base, right? La, right? V, we don't have V, so P, right? E, Malavika, K, A, Malavika. My handwriting is not amazing because especially I'm writing it a bit bigger, right? That's why, doesn't make sense. And then Aparna, is that right? Aparna, is it your name? Malavika, it's from India. Perfect. Cool. Lovely to meet you. 만나서 반가워요. Aparna 씨, where are you from? Oh, I am so sorry. Yes, I just realized it. Thank you. Here. My bad. It happens all the time. Sorry. Malavika, Bika. It affects two different syllables, right? Mal, la. So mal, syllable base. La, pi, ka. Okay, Malavika. Oh, you're from India as well. So Aparna, right? Aparna. Do you pronounce it obviously, or do you usually skip it? Do you prefer Apana, or Aparna? I think Aparna is better, isn't it? Yeah, there are so many Indians are learning Korean at the moment, like way more than before. It's quite interesting that randomly people there's random years. So certain years, like one nation, they are just super into learning Korean. The other year, another nation. It's quite crazy. But this year is thanks to BTS or Blackpink, or all the other Korean boy group, girl groups. Like everyone, it has become like a big trend, hasn't it? Aparu. So L itself, so that it requires aparuna. Aparuna, 4 syllables instead of aparna, 3. Okay. All right. And then Kira said, please make a video on pronunciation of SJCH. Actually, Kira, I also already have it. So, you know what? Wait. Hold on. Look. Hold on a second. So on my channel, I know it's a bit confusing, isn't it? So here, so I kind of managed it, you know. I understand like live now, and then there was the scheduled one, and I didn't, I don't know. And then this one is online. Oh my god, stupid. Anyways, so the Hangul video, it's actually showing the difference between two, right? Or also I do have short videos. So this one, I should make it a list of it. So short video. So this one is showing the consonants, right? Vowel. Consonants all together. So ka, na, ta, ra, one by one. A, ya, o, ya, vowels all together. Oh, actually this one, it's actually comparison video. So ka, 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 right? Na, ra, ta, ta, ta. And then what was it? Maba papa, right? Sa ja cha sa ja. That's what you wanted to know, right? Sa ja cha, sa ja cha. Watch the video actually, or the longer explanation. The Hangul video has it. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm catching up, guys. So many Indians. Aparna is my best friend. She told me about Mulgogi. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. R is pronounced as R itself is Aparna, right? Perfect. K-drama, yeah, K-drama is so big in everywhere in the world, I believe. So, yeah, K-drama, K-pop, everything, I believe. All right. Yes. Right, lovely. Okay, so yeah, so this will be the video of today. All right, I think you guys are done with the questions, or yeah, anybody else? All good? So this is it. All right, so I'm gonna show you the difference between the two. If you know this one, you will totally understand like what is happening between, you know, unun and iga. All right, so please attend the next one as well, and then share this one to everywhere, because more people view the videos, I will actually make more videos of it, you know. So all right, are you on KakaoTalk? Yes, I am. So as you can see on here, on bottom here, that's the YouTube one, right? I don't know if it's showing correct one or not. Oh yeah, that's actually showing the other group chat. Oh my god, I feel bad now. And then another bottom, the all the way bottom down here, that's the KakaoTalk. Okay. Is it weird that we love K-drama, but we don't know about K-drama much in Korea? What do you mean we don't know about K-pop much in Korea? K-pop, because it's like girl group, boy group, and then they are all younger, right? Like their age is quite young, so that not many not many adults will say they enjoy it much. But my mom loves it, by the way. Every time I call my mom, she always talk about BTS. I'm like, okay, mom, all right, I got it, you know. All right, Papa Franco, if looks could kill, you'd be a weapon or message. Thank you. Is it okay to join your Kakao? Yes, please do so. Yeah, so on the description of other videos, it will have the link of it, so please join. All right, I already tried to make KakaoTalk account, but unfortunately I can't make. So KakaoTalk is quite tricky, so they restrict quite a lot of features, right? Especially for the brand new users. So once you make your KakaoTalk ID, then in order to join the group, like open chat, the group chat, it takes around 3 weeks, 4 weeks to be able to join that. Otherwise, you have the restriction, so you can't really join, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, she's lovely. Okay, so I guess it's better to close now, isn't it? It's getting too late for certain countries, I believe. So, all right. So, please tell the name of group on KakaoTalk. Yes, again, if you go to Mulgogi channel, just click whatever the video, not the live one, then you will be able to see the link. I have to organize this. This is my very first live video, to be honest. YouTube, I started it 2 months ago, to be honest, as well. And then I haven't even done much, things yet. So yeah, I'm still figuring out. Sorry guys for that inexperience. No problem. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you again next lesson. Okay. I'm thinking of doing it once every week, and so that I can have like some time for editing videos and upload it this general video as well. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so the group chat called Mulgogi as well. All right. Mulgogi. The Mulgogi Real Korean Lesson or something. So I live in London, the UK. So here is 5:30 p.m. 라마 씨 안녕하세요. 라마 씨 안녕하세요. Eva 씨, you have the link on this live too. I can see it. Oh, perfect. 좋아요. Thank you for the information. I didn't know you were having a live here. So happy. I'm so happy to see you, although I just came in. 고마워요. Right. Thank you. Oh, thanks so much. I've been teaching for actually almost 10 years. Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm doing. So thank you guys for recognize it. But I'm not calm, to be honest. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, or I keep losing things because there's so much distraction going on right now, of the chat, or I don't know about the delay. I don't know if it's working. I have to wait until you guys hear it because of the delay, and so it's like so many things going on. But oh well. 9:25 a.m. So you must live in the west coast of American continent. 2 a.m. Yeah, another Muhammad here, right? 2 a.m. would be 2 a.m. Huh. I don't think India is 2 a.m. now, is it? Oh, interesting. I haven't been on Kakao Chat for a while, but I saw this stream, so fantastic. Welcome. I mean, you don't have to join the KakaoTalk group, all right? But I mean, there I will be online time to time when I have time, so you can always, And then also, group chat would be really interesting because you can use this group chat to practice Korean, right? I'm just waiting for next live. Yeah, I will organize it as soon as possible. And then also because the Christmas is upcoming, right? It's a holiday time here, so I might skip one of that week, or maybe I will do it on Sunday. We'll see. Yeah, right? India is that. So that 2 a.m. Yeah, California was right? And then 2 a.m. That will be like East Coast of Australia? Like New Zealand? Something like that. I'm quite good at guessing the time zone because I've been traveling a lot and then lived different places. I believe. I'm not perfect though. 12:25 p.m. here, Jason. 12, that's East Coast, so New York time, right? Yeah, 10:55 India. That's right. 10시 25분. 10 a.m. or p.m.? I think it's PM. Pakistan, so yeah. I am Aiko. Aiko 씨 안녕하세요. Hi, Aiko. 7:26, which is 7. So here is 5, 7. So probably like Turkey, Greece, like around that area, East Europe. Maybe a bit more farther, is it? 2 a.m. in Malaysia. Okay, then 2 a.m. Yes, gotcha. I think I went too further. 안녕 Sam. 안녕하세요. 아이코 씨. Is WhatsApp used in Korea and Japan? WhatsApp? Not really, because in Korea, we have the KakaoTalk is huge, so we don't use WhatsApp much. But the people who's been living in abroad, or who have been traveling outside, yeah, they might have WhatsApp. Or the people who have some, foreign friends, yes. But no, if a person is Korean, who never been outside of Korea, who never had foreign friends, who doesn't speak English either, then 100% they don't have it. I'm not really sure about Japan. I think Line is quite popular there. Is it? Maybe. 2 a.m. in Malaysia, PM. PM. 10시 PM. So yes, that's right. That's that way. So Asia, right? Greece. I was correct. Turkey, Greece. Perfect. Hi H. Alamudi. It's 8:30 PM Saudi Arabia. Jeddah. Nice to meet you. 만나서 반가워요. So thank you guys for joining today. Is there anything else you want to talk or ask question about Korean? Because this first lesson, I don't mind going a little further, and answer all the questions, unsolved questions that you guys have. All good? I really need to figure out this delay, and I need to figure it out how to open the reservated live video, not creating a new one. I am not sure how to do it. Oh la la. Muhammad, I have Korean friend. He use WhatsApp. Yes, because he has a foreign friend, you. So yes, using WhatsApp, right? I want to talk to natives. So where can I find opportunity at KakaoTalk? KakaoTalk it is. KakaoTalk. Is there any other app? I mean, KakaoTalk is the app, that every Koreans use. So KakaoTalk will be, the best one. Facebook, people usually don't accept random invitations. Like for example, myself, I never accept random invitations. Friend invitation, I don't do that. So probably, yeah, HelloTalk, yes, that's true. HelloTalk is an app that you can meet people who's from there, can do the language exchange. I haven't done it personally, but yeah, I've heard that people are using it quite well. And be careful sharing your own private information to other people, but beside of that, be not too bad. There must be some crazy random people out there, not only from HelloTalk, but yeah, always internet, you have to be careful, right? Is Chinese, is Chinese character the same meaning in Japanese and Korean and Chinese? Yes, the Chinese character is the alphabets, not really alphabet, that's the letters that they use. And in Japanese and Korean, we've been using the Chinese characters for ages, long time ago. So that, yes, the meaning is same, the pronunciation is different, right? Yeah, and then the way we put it together is quite different as well. So for example, We say thank you how in Korean? We say 감사합니다. So 감사, that's a Hanja word, right? The Chinese word. In 감사, but with that, the characters of it, I mean, I don't know how to write it, that's the thing. With the same character, if I copy and paste it and instead show it to my Japanese friend or Chinese friend, they will understand roughly the meaning of it, Japanese and Chinese, because they use both of them, right? But they will pronounce it differently. And then also 감사합니다, that means thank you, right? In Chinese it's 谢谢, that they use totally different thing, and Japanese they use another character, right? But for example, 한국 Korea, 한국인, think about it, 한국인, Korean person, Korean. So 한국인, that's how we pronounce it, 한국인. Actually, you know what, guys? I will show you. Here. So, 한국인. That's how we will call it, right? I mean, in Korean. The Chinese character of this, forgive me if I'm writing it wrong, but I learned it a long time ago. So I think it's this one. Han, that's a one syllable. Han, right? Ku. This is old one. We learn old one. We don't do the simple one in China, like Chinese, mainland China. Square is too big, but yeah, that means country, ku, right? And then this is in, means person, right? 한국인. So you don't have to know how to write this Hanja, the Chinese characters, because we don't use it. But I mean, when we were younger, like, it's kind of not mandatory, but still, I mean, you get to choose. I mean, you can learn it, you can challenge yourself learning these Chinese characters, but we don't use it, you know? So there's no point doing it though. But it's good to know the meaning of it, especially the easy ones like this. 국, country, in, person, you know. So in Korean, we pronounce it as 한국인, 한국인. In Chinese, they pronounce it, well, I'm trying my best, okay? 韩国人, 韩国人. So it's similar. Han, you know, it's similar. Ren is a bit different, but different pronunciation, but similar. You can kind of feel the similarity there, isn't it? And then also Japanese, Kankoku. So Kankokujin, 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 한국인, 한국인. Similar, isn't it? So yeah, there are all similarity because Korean word, Japanese word it came from the Chinese characters, okay? Hope it makes sense. I tried it, but it's not for me. Yeah, I cannot really advise that, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. I have to go. 감사합니다, Sam. 네, 안녕히 가세요, Jason 씨. See you next time. Actually, the drawback with KakaoTalk is true. Identify a person. Identity of person. Yeah, 맞아요. That's right. Yeah, you just need to hold it, wait for about a week to join the group. And once you confirm that you're trustworthy by Kakao, then yeah, why not? You know? Hangul is to learn. Yeah. Hangul is the alphabet, not the language. They're different, alright? What is Korean boo? What do you mean? Aru? I'm not understanding, I'm sorry. A lot. You've heard it a lot. Boo? Korean boo? Well, I'm not understanding. Sorry. What are you talking about? Oh well, oh well. Yeah, I need to click that one, I guess. Anyways, guys, yeah, let me know a partner. You can just join the group and then leave me message there, and then I will have a look once I'm free. Okay. A bit late, I think. Yeah. In KakaoTalk, many people put Korean boo in their profile. Boo. Korean boo. Korea boo? What? Which means someone who's obsessed with K-pop and acts clingy. Ah. Kind of understanding, but I'm getting there, but not sure. I have heard, but thought it's some kind of the girlfriend boyfriend, but it's not that. That is out of my control. I'm sorry, I have no idea what is going on. Well, yeah, again, like, I don't live in Korea, first of all. Second of all, I think it's more like a younger generation thing, I feel. If it's like related to K-pop, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, I guess. Korean boo. No clue. Yeah. Please let me know if you guys figure out what it is, okay? It's Korean boo, and it's someone who's obsessed with Korean country. Right. Okay. So yeah, yeah. Okay. So who's like super into Korean, whatsoever thing, but they are having unhealthy way. Gotcha. I see. Are they? Yeah. I mean, these kind of people are everywhere. Yes, but yeah, I've heard that they are a bit crazy. But I don't know. It's just like the fandom is a bit different, isn't it? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know much about it. I've heard that there's some craziness going on. Yes. Okay. Thank you. You can leave now. It's keep like dragging. I'm so sorry, guys. I learned a lot just for 45 days now. I'm talking with my Korean friends, but I can't speak well. They're laughing and teach me. Yeah, it takes more than 45 days, unfortunately, isn't it? So just please use it over and over again. Although they are laughing, that's fine. They just use, you know. I shared some Korean learning tips as well on my channel. Please check that as well. You are still doing live, I know, right? My throat hurts. Obsessed. Sorry, I wrote that. Obsessed. Alright, I understood. Okay. Okay, guys. So I better go now. It's been 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's way longer than I expected. I don't know. I mean, if it's longer video is better or shorter video is better. But for the for the viewers who are gonna just view only, it might be a bit boring. I don't know. 안녕히 계세요. See you next time. Alright. So yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for joining today's live video, my very first live video. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. Thank you, guys, and see you next time. Yeah, next weekend, I believe so. All right. Okay, have a lovely weekend and see you next time. 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye.